Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'm not going to show myself in video today because I am not covered and it's hot in my kitchen and I don't feel like, making myself up for you ladies. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to make Egyptian rice or Egyptian style rice. And I'll also put the Arabic name on the title so you guys know what it is. These are the ingredients that you need. You will need a diced onion, rice, pasta. Now, I buy this like this because I'm lazy, okay? Let's just face it. I don't want to bust my pasta up. You can buy angel hair pasta and break it yourself if, you choose to or you can't find this kind of pasta anywhere. You will need a little bit of salt. We're not going to use all of that. And you will need an oil of your choice. I prefer olive oil, but this just happened to be convenient for me today. Now, you're going to dice an onion. I take about a quarter of this onion and I dice it up, which makes about a quarter of a cup. Then I use about 2 tablespoons of oil in the bottom of a pot that has a lid. Now, you can make this a couple different ways. I just want to show you how brown the onion is getting. If you want your rice to be brown, and you're not going to use a brown rice, this onion determines what color your rice is going to be. So, if you brown this onion really well, the rice is going to turn out brown as well. If you just saute this onion until it's like translucent, then the rice is going to be white. Now your pasta, you're going to also cook your pasta in this oil with this rice and brown the pasta. And regardless of the fact if the onion is brown or not, the pasta is going to be brown. But your rice won't. The pasta does not affect the color of the rice. And also, another tip, ladies, if you're going to make this for company or whatnot, if you have guests coming over, when you cook this onion like this, you're going to smell like this onion. I'm doing this before I take my shower for work because I don't want to go to work smelling like this onion. Anyway, so I'm browning this up, and this is going to get really nicely browned. A lot of times I'll do it even more so than this, but because I'm making this video for you guys, and I don't have video editing equipment, or software they call it, I'm going to, and if anybody knows of any good free editing software, let me know, because I'm going to use it. Since I've got video fever now. Now, I'm going to add my rice to this, or my pasta to this now, because the onion is just about where I want it. So my sister is going to assist me and hold the camera for us. Okay. And I don't measure my pasta, because to me, it's according to how much oil you use. Some people like to use less, some people like to use more. And, of course, how big of a pot of rice you're making. We use rice constantly at my house. So we buy our rice in 20-pound bags plus. So, and I store it in a big container in my closet, or in my cupboard. So, I make this rice quite often because my husband and Layla, they like it a lot. So I tend, and there's only 3 of us, but today we have a little bit of company, so I'm adding a little bit more in here. But normally I wouldn't make this much. So we're going to let this pasta cook up very nicely and brown up. And you'll see it when you put it in the oil, the pasta starts to bubble, and then it turns brown. Which when it starts out, it's completely white like that. And I buy that at a place local here called Jungle Gems. It's wonderful. It's a big international food market, and it literally has food from all over the world, and they have it in different sections all over the place. It's like one's for Germany, one's for the Middle East, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, all that. Okay, now this is about ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my rice to this. Now, a lot of people get intimidated about cooking rice. There's no reason for it. Here's the rule to rice. Whatever container you put your rice in, whether you use a coffee cup, a bowl like I did right here, or whatever, you use 1 bowl of rice, or cup, whatever, and your water is always 2 times what you use in the rice. So if you use 1 cup of rice, use 2 cups of water. It's easy. Rice is easy. But I put this in here like this, and then I'm going to add I'm 2 bowls of water. Yeah, it bubbles up a little bit. Two bowls of water equal to the rice, like I told you. Now, some people don't like to add garlic to this. I like garlic. My child likes garlic. My husband likes garlic. So we add garlic. And you can use powder. You can buy the pre-minced stuff like I did, yes, because I'm lazy. Or you could take the time to mince your own garlic. If you're going to mince your own garlic, make sure you put it in with the rice and the pasta so it can, you know, brown up a little bit for you. Now that's a heaping teaspoon I put in there because I don't want to overdo it. I have used more and I've used less. It doesn't really matter. It's all according to your taste. Alright, now salt. I'm not one of those people that uses measuring spoons, so sorry. But salt, I put it's about a teaspoon. My hands are little. I know they probably don't look that way, but my hands are little. This is about a teaspoon of salt. Now, if you have high blood pressure and all that stuff, don't add as much salt, you know. Or if you don't like salt, don't add it. It's up to you, but me, rice has to have salt. Now, normally I use a different pot for this. I have a non-stick pot that has a glass lid. And what I would do at this point is, my lid got hot. Yeah, my sister's trying not to laugh. Just don't let the camera jiggle, okay? I'll let you snort it. Okay, anyway, so I put this lid on this pot. Now, normally I would have a glass lid, and I could see this boil. Because this, you know, like I said, is in this pot, I can't see it. But I would recommend you use a pan that has a glass lid if you have one so you can see. But the trick to rice is, once this starts to boil, you turn it way down. Put it on like 3. On my stove anyway, I put it on like 3, which I can hear it. It's starting to boil already. I put it on like 3. I set my timer for 15 minutes. Once you put this lid on, don't touch it. I know everybody's always tempted to peek and peek and peek. But when you lose that heat, that's what makes the rice not cook right. And another thing is, when the 15 minutes is up, take this lid off, fluff this rice a little bit, and taste it. If the rice is still a little grainy, put the lid back on, take this pot off the heat, and sit it on the back burner for about 5 minutes. The heat that's left in this pot is going to finish cooking your rice, and it'll be perfect. You won't have to worry about it being gummy and too chewy or soft or mushy or whatever. It'll be perfect rice. Anyway, there's my video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Salam alaikum, everybody.